So first things first, this comment is coming from my good friend Eric Somers-Urrea, who is a monster drummer. And if you like my content, you'll love his. So make sure you go over to his profile and follow him. So I started as a master grip player and I switched to traditional in college. And the hardest thing about that switch is in the beginning, it felt more comfortable to play with my palm up like this, to cradle the stick. But you want to get your students to actually play more in a handshake position like this with your thumb on top. Okay, so first off, a disclaimer. I'm not a marching drummer. I marched a little bit in high school, but it wasn't really a strong marching band. I never studied with a real drum corps instructor or anybody that really studied the drum corps marching style. So all of my traditional grip comes more from a jazz school. But that being said, it's not all that different, but there is little differences in some of the form. The place I like to start with a student, of course, is with the fulcrum. That's where you want to start with any grip, whether it's matched or traditional, is that relationship of the rebound. And I'm sure you know that as a teacher. So in traditional grip, your fulcrum is this valley between your index and your thumb. And basically you want to find this without anything. You don't want to put any fingers on the stick, just trying to find that fulcrum. A student's going to want to kind of come at a 90-degree angle with that, and you want to try to make it more of a 45, like this, so it matches what your right hand is doing. All right? That's going to be your first place to start, is just finding that. From there, the next thing is to just develop this twisting motion, which a lot of master grip players can't find in the beginning. So I call it turning the doorknob. So just doing that in midair, and I use your thumb and count 1 E and 2 E and put that to a click and get them working that up and holding it. They're going to get very tired, and you want to develop those muscles. That's going to be the engine that drives the stick. So putting the thumb very lightly, kind of closing that gap on the fulcrum, and then using that twisting gear to just drive it without any fingers or anything, just finding it there. Once that feels comfortable, then you could start working on the fingers. So I'll take this and then I'll isolate just the thumb and push down on my thumb. See that? And then you can turn it over and work on just pushing down, let's say the index, then the ring, or the middle, then the ring, then the pinky, and kind of getting those all to feel good against that fulcrum. Now you have this whole position here that you have to work with. But generally, home plate should be like a handshake, not up like this. It should be more like a handshake. And once you're there, now I can put the index finger on top. See that? Just by pulling the trigger, again, I can drive the stick down. To catch it, I catch it on the ring finger, right at the fingernail. So it makes a little bridge between your fingernails on your index and your ring finger. And the middle and pinky are kind of additive. But those positions drive the stick. And that's the place I would start. And a lot of practice and really committing yourself to it, that's really the only way it starts getting comfortable. So you really got to go all in. But that's where I'd start, and I hope it helps.